West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District is called to order on January 12th, 2015 at 5 p.m. Mr. Shakes, would you do the invocation?
Dear Lord, we want to thank you for all the great things you've given us here in Ascension Parish, and especially for the West Bank here in Donaldsonville. We'd like to ask that you allow us to make good decisions for the people of the parish in this new year, 2015, and that everyone share in the tremendous bounty that you have given us here in Ascension Parish and how fortunate we are. We'd like to also ask that you allow us to make good decisions, and that following this meeting that everyone gets home safely and continue with everything that you've given us and continue to make this place a better place to live. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Everyone is here, Miss Peggy. And that would be myself, Mr. Shake Snyder, Mr. George Redelia, Mr. Craig Anderson. All right. Accepting of the minutes for December the 4th, 2014.
So moved.
I second it. Moved. Item under accepting the minute, Mr. Shake Snyder and I, Mr. Shake Snyder would like to present a plaque to Mr. George Redelia, and I would also read him the plaque. George, would you come up here? Right there, camera's on us right here.
Here we go. Parish President Martinez wasn't able to make it tonight. He's a little bit under the weather, and so therefore he called and asked that we read this proclamation that we have tonight for us. And it says, to proclaim Monday, January 12, 2015 as George Redelia Day in Ascension Parish. Whereas George Redelia was born November 7th, 1946 in Donaldsonville, Louisiana, to George Sr. and Mary Redelia. Didn't know you were that old. Whereas following the untimely passing of George's father, George's mother later remarried to Lloyd Boogie Callahan, who helped raise George with continued love, support, and guidance. And whereas George graduated from Donaldsonville High School in 1964 and attended Nicholls State University, and whereas George answered his nation's call and served during the Vietnam War as an Army helicopter gunner and supply coordinator, and whereas after gallantly serving his country, George returned to Donaldsonville and began a successful 35-year career in industry. And whereas not one to rest on his laurel, George continued to his busy career as a realtor, car salesman, and again serving his community as a sheriff's deputy with the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office for 17 years, before serving parish residents as director of purchasing, and finally as West Side coordinator with Ascension Parish government. And whereas George's love of life continues at a frenetic pace with his athletic endeavors that include being a state champion in bowling and being a valued member of the famous Gorilla Golf team of Riverdale Country Club. And whereas an avid outdoorsman, George harvests wild game on a yearly basis while also manning his barbecue pit and producing award-winning delights known around Donaldsonville and beyond. And whereas following a career of service to his community, especially with his leadership during times of emergency in West Ascension, George and his loving wife, Jeannie, will continue to enjoy their blessed marriage that includes the blessing of 12 grandchildren. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Tommy Martinez, President of the Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereunto proclaim Monday, January 12, 2015, as George Redelia Day in Ascension Parish. Thank you. Congratulations. John. Thank you. Parish.
We good to say that?
Hang on, we're gonna take a picture after this. Come on, right up there. Uh-oh, the official taker is here. On three, 1, 2, 3. It's not official till that's the date. Don't go away, we got one more.
All right, Judge, on behalf of the West Ascension Drainage Board, for me and Kent Shakes Snyder, in appreciating presenting to George Redelia, in appreciating recognition for your loyal service and commitment. Best of luck on your retirement, West Ascension Drainage Board. Councilman Oliver Joseph, Councilman Kent Shakes Snyder, January 15, 2015.
Thank you very much, sir.
Before you say anything, the plaque really should go, we should have a plaque to all the women that have worked with him on a daily basis, because God bless their souls. Just teasing.
So you got it?
Yeah.
Well, just for the record, there are a couple of dates wrong here. That voted in line, mistake. So I'm a little younger than that, but that's simple.
Okay.
All thing I gotta say is it's been an honor to serve this board, serve the council, serve the parish president, most of all the people of Ascension Parish. I thank you guys a lot.
All right. Another thing, if people only knew the time spent, a lot of people have jobs in this parish, and they clock in at 7 or whatever and get off at 4:30 or whatever time. But you get calls at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning from George, and 9 or 10 o'clock at night. He's riding by and he saw this and he did that, and Johnny and Jerry and Jamie were trying to do this, or they needed help with that, and he always let us know, and the West Bank has been better for it, and so we want to let you know that'll be big shoes to fill when somebody else comes in. So thank you again, bro.
Thank you.
And George, it say retirement, but I know better,
Yeah.
okay? I know that's not gonna happen. You're gonna be doing something. And good luck, George. Appreciate everything you're doing. All right. Moving on, item number 4, West 7th Street update.
We have a contract prepared, and all we gotta do is send it to the city. We spoke to the mayor yesterday, and I think it's a done deal. We've got it fixed now.
So-
If they sign it, I have it here to be signed.
Okay, so we just wanna approve the contract,
Yes.
okay?
Approve moving forward with it. I would like to make a motion that we move approving forward with it, and that amount is limited to what's on that contract.
It's one half of $120,989.
I mean, any change orders, anything like that.
Has to come back to y'all.
Yeah.
It's in the contract. And the contract says that they're responsible for it.
This is pretty much top of the line for us. This is all the money we have, so. I'll make
All right.
that motion.
Second, motion approved, all right. Cal Street update, Mr. George Redelia.
Okay, the surveyors came out, our engineering surveys came out, they did the whole project. They have not finalized it, they have not put it on paper yet. We think they had some computer problems, we think they're gonna have that ready probably by Monday's a holiday, so probably about Tuesday of next week. And at that point in time, we can look at it, gentlemen, but I can tell you right now, that's gonna be very extensive and very expensive to complete that total project. And Craig and I visited it several times, all the way to the back, to the cross ditches at the end of it. It's gonna be kinda tricky.
Okay.
So we,
But we'll have that, we'll have to bring it back to you.
yeah,
guys.
we'll
Okay.
take a look at it. We'll probably continue to look at
Somebody will.
alternatives that might be more cost effective or whatever, but continue to push forward to try to solve this problem.
All right,
That's
well,
where we're staying, let me back that up, someone will bring it back to you.
Okay.
All right, George, thanks for the update. Item number 6, Bonnie Land and Caledonia Street, update.
Okay, we've completed the agreement. You guys are aware of that. You've signed the agreement, the mayor signed the agreement. We're all ready to go on it. We had to wait on our crosscut saw to come in so they can cut across the road. That, if we get lucky, that still may be happening before the end of the week, that we can start that project, all right?
Okay.
We held off through the holidays at the mayor's request because, you know, getting away from people's homes and all during the Christmas holidays and all. So that's where we stand on that.
All right. Sounds good. All right, item number 7, St. Jude's Drive, Culvers, Mr. Shakes now.
Yes, we just wanted to update everybody on this. We had the culverts that go across St. Jude Drive emptying into the ditch in the front. As we were reviewing all the drainage out there, these were 12-inch culverts, and it's one of the reasons that the water has been staying in a long time, and we were trying to avoid saw cutting the road a number of times, and everything gets pretty expensive. And St. Jude is on this year's road project list, so we wanted to make sure, and George double checked, and as part of that road project is they're gonna upgrade the culverts to at least 15-inch to parish standards and everything, and get a greater flow in there. And while we're doing that, we want to try to make sure there's one on the end, on the edge of the road, the ditch that comes right now, there's no culvert crossing it, so we want to try to make sure that gets done during that same time, Craig, and I just wanted to try to have that from us, that we go ahead and do that one with that ditch on the left-hand side whenever they change the rest of it.
Well,
It's
that
not
won't be,
part of the road.
yeah, it won't be part of the road project. We'll either, Craig's aware of it. I showed it to him. We'll either have to do that probably after this is done, I would think.
Okay.
Because it's not on the asphalt, it's just on grass.
Right.
Okay, it's at the end of the road.
Mr. Shakes now make a good point. I'm hoping we're looking at that on all roads. We're over, when we overlaying them, because I know there's a bunch of culverts across our area that have 12-inch. Some of them may be 10-inch that we need to.
And also to let people know, with the new parish regulations, it does say a minimum of 15-inch unless you have special, and so we're expecting the people in the subdivision to, if they're gonna change their culverts, to go to 15 inches, so we need to make sure that the parish does the same thing, so we want to make sure everybody that we will upgrade.
Okay. All right. Moving on to item number 8, resolution, notice of special election. Mr. Malcolm Dugas, our attorney.
Good evening. What I'd like to do is read the resolution. It says the following resolution was offered by blank and seconded by blank. A resolution ordering calling a special election to be held in West Ascension Consolidated Gravity and Drainage District Number 1 of the Parish of Ascension, Louisiana on May 2nd, 2015 for the purpose of authorizing the renewal of the levying and collection of a 4.67 mils ad valorem tax for a period of 10 years, beginning in the year 2016 and ending with the year 2025, to provide funds to purchase necessary equipment, finance special projects, and finance other capital expenditures of the district, and further making application to the State Bond Commission for consent and authorization to hold the aforesaid election, and further providing for other matters in connection therewith. Need a motion for that.
Motion to,
The motion to put it on the ballot for May 2nd.
okay, I'd like to make that motion to put that proclamation on the ballot, that resolution on the ballot for May.
2nd, 2015.
I second that.
Attached to that resolution is also the notice of special election, which will be published.
Right. Just while we're talking about this, all we're doing is moving up the election from November. It's a renewal, but what we're trying to do, we're having issues with the St. James project that we talk about all the time, and we making sure that we have availability, the capability of having funds on ready based on the cost of that project.
Correct.
And that, so, from the,
That's it.
thank you very much, Mr. Mount.
Thank you.
And I may take this time to add that there's some major drainage projects that's going to help all of this area. That major St. James, St. John, St. Charles project, will be of assistance. Ascension Parish, the west side drainage will participate within that. In order for us to do that, we have to have the necessary funds dedicated for that. So this is very, very important for the future drainage of the West Bank. So we can't emphasize, I know people have, myself also, you're thinking about whether a tax selection, and this is a renewal of what we currently have, is worth it or not. But the major items that are on the ballot that are going to be responsible from this is very, very important to this area. So we want to let people know ahead of time. No one's trying to hide anything. We're trying to put it out there and let people see what we're doing. And we appreciate everybody getting out to vote.
Thank you, Mr. Shakespeare. All right. Moving on to item number 9, the St. James Assumption Drainage Update. Mr. George Redelia.
I don't have an update on that, Mr. Chairman. I emailed Mr. Chenier last week and asked him if there was one, and he hasn't answered me yet, so I don't think there was. I'm still in the process of obtaining that permit.
And that's what I want to make sure that, that's what it's up. We're waiting for the Corps of Engineers
Correct.
to approve that permit so we can at
Correct.
least move forward with this project.
Correct.
Thank you very much, Mr. Redelia. All right. Update on the agreement with the Lemon and Uso for property access.
Yeah, I have a contract drafted up for you today that maybe we can use with Iberville where, and that's a little ditch that we've got to clean out sometimes with Iberville. And what I've drafted, and I'll send it to y'all, we just finished it, is that we have an agreement where, you know, we're gonna give them notice, and if they don't object, we'll go do what we have to do. Otherwise, we can't go into that area without their authority. And I think that might be the easiest way to do it, because it's something we have to do periodically. Just, you know, it's just, we can't drain to where there's a clogged up ditch.
Yeah.
And I'll send it to y'all to take a review at it, and I think it'll work that way.
Right, and we definitely need to get that one there rolling, because I
I'll
think
get
they
an email to
cleaned
y'all
out that
tomorrow.
ditch. I don't know George or Craig, y'all went back there, but I know I got a phone call because of they chipped all the way to wood and all on the sides of the bank and everything. But because of recent rain, it done built up a little dam, and we
It would
just need
be
to
a
go look
project
at that.
we would do. All we do is letting them, get an authorization for them to go into that little ditch that extends into their parish.
Like I say, I just, you know, was aware of, I mean, I just got aware of it, so I'm passing it to y'all right now. I know y'all wasn't aware of it, but if you can, it's still raining, so. All right, good. Item number 11, master drainage, culvert and right of way, Mr. O'Neill.
Yes, in addition to what we've always been working on, you and I spoke the other day, and I think it's a good idea that what we're gonna do is while we work on this big economic development project for the West Bank, all that drains through the area that we're talking about rezoning and developing, and that should be part of the process when they have a meeting, that these major channels be declared be part of drainage, whether they there or someplace else, but we have to have a drainage plan with that, and this would be an excellent idea to do it that way. Kill two birds in one stone.
So, thank you very much, Mr.
Appreciate it, Mayor.
All right, item number 12, report. I think George last report. And you might come back from retirement, because Gordy Gotro came back from retirement.
It was going in 20 years old.
That was Gorney.
Mr. George Redelia.
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman, routine maintenance, everything else you're aware of. Everything else is routine.
Mr. Craig Anderson.
Nothing else needed, that we're gonna get on bonded land as soon as we get the road cut and get the dotted car.
Good enough. All right.
Thanks for all y'all do. Hopefully we can not too distant future get you in a nice DPW bill.
Matter of fact, Mr. Shakes, now, you just said that, I think tomorrow morning they have a construction meeting tomorrow morning, and, I just heard about that, so,
How we come along with that,
Yeah, it's a pre-construction meeting, I'm saying, it's tomorrow in the DPW Westbrook, so, once they get the pre-construction meeting going, then it's just up for them to mobilize and get started and move forward. Pre-construction meeting just to kind of lay out all the details of what they need to do prior to getting started.
okay, we ready?
I don't know about we, but I'm pretty sure them workers are, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, we ready.
All right. Setting time and date for the next meeting. All right, February 5th, 5:15, Mr. Shakes.
That's good.
All right, 5:15.
I'm leaving after the meeting, my party.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to congratulate you on that. All right, item number 14,
To adjourn.
second, meeting adjourned.